The name of the band is Primal Beginning, and I'm very involved in Primal Beginning, in beginning anew. And I'm interested in Primal Beginning both historically and over a time period. Pre-Christian era, going all the way back to when we were one with the animals, and all the way up into day by day and day in and day out, being primal and brand new. Living in culture, but not living for culture.
Yeah, I'm Victor Grandquist, and amateur musician, and retired from chemistry, actually, and been coming to Azule for, this is about my 5th time here, and very happy to come here. It's a wonderful retreat for us, and love the whole concept and the whole place, and Camille's amazing art piece here, which is the entire place.
And I'm Shawnee, and I'm an escapee, and I've come into my dotage. I'm 83 years old, which is the most salient factor of life, the end. And so I'm prompted to be productive, my last opportunity, so to speak, or my ongoing end. And Azule is my spiritual home. And this would be about my 6th or 7th residency, I think, something like that. And I come here to get my creative batteries charged. And art and music has saved me all my life. I grew up in a home of art and music, and everything else I've done has been in order to do that. And so I'm satisfied.
I'm Rondae, the sound healer, out of Atlanta, Georgia. And this is my 3rd time at Azule. Very inspiring times here. I have a background of, I'm a behavioral health nurse, and I've been nursing for 14 years. And during that time, I took a little break. I wanted to find out what happens when you meditate. So I did, and then I got drawn into multiple instruments, starting with the jaw harp and the didgeridoo and shruti box, and all of those instruments taught me taught me lots of things about life, and also how to sing, and coming to Azule with Victor and Shawnee and our other bandmate, Yemi. I was just blown away because every part about this place is so intentional, and I'm also very intentional. I monitor my movements and breath and everything, and there's this place is just amazing in terms of uplifting, inspiration, and helping to create wonderfulness in the world. And I'm glad to be a part of that.
Well, we do kind of freeform, unstructured music mostly, but and it's, there's a focus on kind of meditative and introspective type of music, where we're not so much worried about particular notes, but more about the sound, the resonance and how that affects a person. And Rondae's wonderful at that, is making sounds that resonate with your body and your mind. And then a lot of what we do, Shawnee writes verse that is geared toward, and I'll of course let him talk about that, but is geared more towards personal introspective of his life, and coming to some resolution about his thoughts about life, and turning them into verse, and then we try to create a soundscape or music to support that. Yes. There's been several things we've done. We did some really large one before, but now we're working on a couple of pieces that he's put together. So that's the main thing we're working on. Could you expound on that?
Well, this was a little bit different than our previous gatherings here, in that we focused, not all together, but we focused some of our time on two songs that I wrote some years ago. I wrote in 2011, one that I just sang, which I'd have to look to see what the title is. I can never remember. What is the title of this thing?
Sweet Berry.
Oh, yeah, Sweet Berry Times. One of the songs that we've worked on is Sweet Berry Times, and it's in a group of, well, it's in a continuation of poetic and music expression of growing up absurd in America. And this one is particularly poignant because I feel that coming up absurd in America, that not everyone certainly, but I, who came of age, who reached puberty in the 50s, was cheated out of a direct and honest relationship with women, because I learned about women in the street, and I won't say the word, but we didn't think of them as women, we thought of them as objects. And I've been trying to escape that indoctrination all of my life. And it gave me great pain all through my life, as it gives many people great pain all through their life. And then the other song that we worked on here, my song also from 2011, is a song called Price on My Head. And that's about escape in a variety of ways. And it pays homage to Leonard Peltier, who was imprisoned in 1976 and was just pardoned in 24 by President Biden, who was part of the Pine Ridge uprising. And then also homage in that piece to Wovoka, who was a Paiute and who introduced the concept of the ghost dance. Let's see, is there something else? I guess that's enough to say about that, but that's part, we worked on those two songs.
And in my travels as a nurse, I found that disease is caused by a lack of expression, a unacknowledgement of something. And I'm really big into health and freedom of movement and expression. And I've been working on like how I can add something to the soundscape to help everyone emote whatever is on their heart, so that we can be healthier beings. And then we can transmit that to whoever we're playing around.